What's good, people? Thank you as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. I've got the washing machine on again. I don't know why I do this. Can you hear it? Fingers crossed it's not too loud and you can't hear it, but it is loud. But fingers crossed this mic does something to help. All right, let's talk Billy Joe Saunders and Top Rank. Top Rank ain't fucking about, are they? Top Rank ain't fucking about. There's clearly a war going on in boxing. War going on between DAZN and Top Rank. Obviously, HBO have left. Showtime, I think, are on wobbly legs. I really do think that, just because of the money that Top Rank and DAZN are offering. And right now, it seems as though Top Rank are going head to head in trying to sign talent. That's what DAZN have been doing for the last sort of year. Now Top Rank are getting involved in it as well. You look at the last 4 months, and it's been Joseph Parker who signed some sort of co-promotional deal, Kubrat Pulev, obviously trying to get Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury, and now Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders, and I think it'll be confirmed later on this week, maybe even tomorrow. Frank Warren, I got an email from Frank Warren Promotions about a press conference, I think in Islington tomorrow, so they might even announce it tomorrow, that Billy Joe Saunders has signed a co-promotional deal with Top Rank and Frank Warren Promotions. So he will now be a Top Rank ESPN fighter as well. I 110% think he will stay at 168 pounds. I say stay, he's not had a fight there yet, but I think he will campaign at 168, and I do think that he will fight for the vacant title. And I think it is going to be vacant. Gilberto Ramirez is kicking up a stink, but he's going to go to 175. He's spoken about it before. So therefore, there will be a vacant title, and I think Billy Joe Saunders will fight for it. So Billy Joe Saunders, I think, will campaign at 168, and I do think will probably stay there. I actually do think it will stay there, and I think that's a huge mistake. Like, huge mistake. What big fights are there at 168? No one mentioned Chris Eubank Jr., please. I mean, I'm talking big fights, legacy fights, fights that mean something. All those fights are at 160. And we're not just talking about fights that mean something and legacy fights, because that's what there are at 160. We're talking about money fights. Like, financially, and again, we don't know the ins and outs of this ESPN Top Rank contract. It could be a good one, I don't know. But financially, surely there isn't much bigger than fighting GGG or Jacobs or Andrade or Canelo. I don't think he's going to get that fight, but Canelo. Those are the 4 guys that are at 160. And then you chuck in Charlo and Derevchenko. There are big names at 160, and they're not huge names at 168. I mean, Caleb Plant's not a big name. Callum Smith, I like him, but not a big name. Obviously, Ramirez is going up. The girl's just retired. George Groves is just retired. So they're not massive names at 168. So I get it. Look, you get another title in another weight division. So what? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an achievement. I don't want to put it down. It's a huge achievement. But for me, at this stage of a career, it's not about winning world titles. It's who you're winning world titles from. And I have no idea who this kid is that is going to fight for the vacant belt, where at 160, it's like a fucking mine zone. I mean, they're all big fights. All of them are big fights. So it's interesting that he is staying at 168. I think, again, that will be announced tomorrow. Fingers crossed, it's just a case of get that belt and then can campaign at maybe 2 weight classes like Chris Eubank Jr. Because for me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know if this means, like Tyson Fury, that he has always fights in America now. I'm not quite sure if that's what they want to do. Billy Joe Saunders isn't really a draw. I mean, let's be honest, he's not really a draw over here in this country. So I don't see how he's big news in America, where, you know, the American public are going to get behind him. I just don't see it. Tyson Fury's got the kind of personality, and obviously after the Wilder fight, that makes sense. Billy Joe Saunders has a personality as well, but the American fight fans haven't seen it yet. I don't think they even know who he is really, and that's not me taking the piss. I think it's true. I think the Andrade fight would have opened people's eyes to him, but I don't think the David Lemieux fight in Canada registered too much in America. So it's an interesting move. We don't know figures. I don't know, what it is. I don't know if it's anything like Tyson Fury's deal. I can't see how it would be. But it's an interesting move, again, from Top Rank. I mean, like I said, they are adding to their stable now. Top Rank have a decent stable already. And if they do get Dillian Whyte, and if they do get Billy Joe Saunders, those are 2 decent names they've added to it again. So, again, there is a war going on, people. Believe it or not, there is a war going on between DAZN and Top Rank right now. Remember, ESPN are the biggest sports network in America. Massive. Like, forget anything else you can think of. ESPN are huge. And they're not going to lie down and accept DAZN trying to sign every single boxer out there. It's just not going to happen. They are going to try and fight back, and they are fighting back. So what do you guys make of this? What do you think it means for Billy Joe Saunders? Does it mean that he has his fights in America? Does he still fight here? And what do you think of him fighting for that 168 title? For me, I get it. It's another title, but surely you've got a campaign at 160. I mean, Billy Joe Saunders is what, 29, I think? I don't know when he's going to be 30, but for me, at this stage of your career, it's just big fights. I mean, you fucked off 2018. 2019, it's just big fights. And I have absolutely no interest in him fighting that guy. I can't remember the guy's name for the 168-pound title, like nothing. I mean, but at 160, I've got a lot of interest. I've got a lot of interest. I don't know, maybe 160-pound is just too tough to make. Billy Joe Saunders, I think, walks around close to that 200-pound mark. I mean, obviously, last fight, he came in at cruiserweight. Let's not forget that. He came in over the light heavyweight division, so he was a cruiserweight. So maybe 160-pound is just too tough for him to make now. But I don't know. So I think it's a bad choice. What do you guys think? Let me know. Peace.